Hello and welcome to this presentation. I am Arul Selvan, teaching communication at the Pondicherry Central University. I am delivering this lecture as a part of the 10 days workshop being organized by the first grade government college care from Bangalore. This workshop is on e-content, MOOCs and open educational resources. My presentation will be largely on the sharing of my experiences and sharing some resources on the best produced content on MOOCs and the SWAYAM courses. Through this, we'll try to understand and appreciate the quality of contents and choosing the best courses for our students and for ourselves. This will be roughly about 30 to 40 minutes presentation with full of demonstrations and a lot of video playing and taking you to different best produced content which will hopefully make you interesting to follow me. Let us get into the course. Shall we start now? To begin with, let us watch a video produced by a professional team, which means that there cannot be any lapses or errors, but some issues I want you to note it down from this particular video. Watch it carefully. It's only a 2 minutes video. Watch it and then we'll discuss it after watching this video.
The Dutch cycle more than any other nation in the world, almost 900 kilometers per person. But that also means we have 350,000 bike-related injuries. Now imagine that we would make biking safer, smarter and easier by applying self-driving technology to biking.
We taught our self-driving bike to figure out where it is, what's around it, what will happen next, and what it should do. We leaned on Google's expertise in self-driving cars, but we had to adapt the technology to work on a bike. We decided to add 2 additional features. First, you can request the bike to pick you up wherever you are, and we developed a comfort mode, adjusting the pedals to a perfect resting position.
I think the self-riding bike could really give a boost to the economy because people could also work on their bicycle. You work in your office, you work in your home, you work in your car. You could even work on your bike.
I have so much more time. My kids love it. They're just free. They can go anywhere they want, anytime they want. It's amazing.
At the Fietsersbond, we feel that this is the biggest invention since the invention of the bicycle itself.
At Google, we always put our users first. With the launch of this bike, we believe we do that again.
Did you enjoy this? I will not tell you anything about the video right now because I want you to think it over, and whatever you have noticed, please note it in your script notepad so that we can discuss it when we have a discussion about this presentation during the second week of July. About this. Until then, think about. Now, I want to tell you something about the place of mobile phones that occupy in the present day life in the modern generation. It occupies a very intimate space everywhere, irrespective of the age, be it children, the millennial, or the youngsters, or the middle-aged person, or women, whatever be their profession, whatever be their job. The role of mobile phones connecting with our life is so intimate, and this was published in the Quint sometime back, and this is based on called Eric Pickersgill, And he did a project called Remote, where he took a series of photographs to remind us of the place of phone in the normal life. He actually removed the phone from somebody holding it and keep it, asked them to stay as such, and he took the photograph. And actually, it was not edited photograph. Before taking the photograph, it was edited. They had their phone in their hands, removed, and then the photograph was taken out. Very interesting assignment. He took it and he published it in a project called. Actually, they had their phone in their hand. He asked them to remove just the phone alone and capture this moment, which depicts that in the even in the bedrooms when both the partners are staying together, they watch their mobile phone instead of talking to each other or something else. The middle-aged persons who are involved in some work where they have been watching the dining room where father, mother, and the daughter they all sat in a dining table, but they have been watching their. Look at this one. Two partners in their very personal time, they have been watching their own. This is another incident where, irrespective of the age that everyone is, even children, right? Very young kids with their mother, they are alone and they have been watching their. This reminds me the study conducted by Google. The study is called New Multi-Screen World, Understanding Cross-Platform Consumer Behavior. It was conducted long ago, but it gives a clear picture about what kind of screens that we are engaging in our daily life. They say that there are 5 screens: mobile phone, tablets, and then laptops, big screen, and desktop. So from television to desktop to that laptop to tablet to mobile screen, we use at least 5 screens in our daily life for everything. It's become a multi-screeners world with they say that at least 5 screens, and there are they call it our context is being mostly driven by the choice of device is mostly driven by the context in which we have been working, and they call it two different kinds of screening. One is called sequential screening, other one is called simultaneous screening. I can cite you one anecdote from my life that I know a boy that who comes to a home. He's a IT guy, worked in a software industry. He comes home the evening after the office hours, say about 7 o'clock, and he watches cricket match in the television screen and works on the mobile phone, works on the laptop where the office work is going on, watching the television screen, and then he engages with WhatsApp and other personal messages through mobile phone. He has his own tablet where he connects with the friends through some other platforms. So, four screen is a very common thing in even in India in the millennials. So simultaneously and sequentially, we have been screening, we have been watching, we have been engaging. And, we use it for search, smartest, ubiquitous medium, and this that has become a backbone of our daily media interactions. Phone has become very effectively engaged with our daily life. And this reminds me another thing that one app, though we come across hundreds and thousands of apps in our daily life, and one app that says that even you can manage your diabetes with the help of a map app, and the app is called My Sugar, and it's developed by a big company in the and if you want to connect it to other devices or to make it professionally manage it, then you have to pay for the app. One-time payment you have to make and make use of that. So life is completely being taken over by mobile phones, technology, and screens. Few anecdotes are reminding us. This is another incident I came across last year, that when a teenager, she conducted a poll in the Instagram among her friends whether she should live or die, and more than 69% of the respondents said that you can die, and she religiously accepted their verdict. Some committed suicide. They held in Malaysia. So this shows that the role and the powerful connection that we have with the mobile phones and peer groups are being always connected. So to connect all these things with the education with which we have been engaging these days. If I ask you one question, what is the oldest form of education? I don't know whether you'll be able to recall it and tell me correctly about storytelling, because that is the one that right from Aristotelian period and Socrates period to till date, the one device or one technology that has not been changed much. Storytelling is the oldest form of education, and it is unmatched as a tool for stimulating the imagination. If you want to kindle the imagination, easy to go to any class, start with a story, and easily you can connect the students for anything. And one writer called Barbara Hardy, who says that we dream in narrative, daydream in narrative, remember, anticipate, hope, despair, believe, doubt, plan, revise, criticize, construct, gossip, learn, hate, and love by narrative without anything. That's what he has been telling. Stories are the way that we store information in the brain. Brain can easily store and remember and help you to comprehend things effectively. So people say that the researchers, they say that stories are directly, straightly connecting you to the heart, and storing is the process of constructing stories in the mind is one of the most fundamental ways of making meaning, and it pervades all aspects of learning regardless of the age. Like mobile phone, story connects from the youngest kid to the eldest, and it is interactive. Storytelling is the one of the it can't be monologue. You can't tell a story without getting a feedback or getting the nodding the head. And telling a story sets a teller free from printed text, which means that we always add something, and we create the story. We read a story, and when we tell the story, we normally create a story. And if you ask one person to tell the story to one group, and if you want to tell him the same person to the same group, he can't tell the same story. That's the power of the story. Tell you that you can't ignore or run away from storytelling, even if it is a MOOC or a SWAYAM or whatever be the technology enabled format. This is another anecdote I want to remind you to connect these dots. Actually, UGC has come out with the ORPIT, Annual Refresher Program and Teaching, which means that instead of going to the HRDCs, Human Resource Development Centers, or the academic staff colleges, teachers can connect with them. They can learn for about 21 days, and they can earn the credits or whatever certificates for the promotions and other thing. And so slowly that this art or this technology is being formalized. And if you look at the evolution of MOOCs, that it is a long history, that it is not a sudden development coming out of Web 2.0. That's what people believe, that it's not so. It is a tradition from open educational movement long back. That knowledge is a common good. Open educational movement says that knowledge is a common good that belongs to humanity as a whole, and nobody can. And International Council for Open and Distance Education in